Taipei, Taiwan, August 21st, 2025. Taiwan's government has announced a landmark increase in its 2026 defense budget, raising military spending to more than 3% of the island's GDP. Premier Cho Jung-tai told reporters that the decision comes at a time of mounting pressure from both Washington and Beijing as the island seeks to strengthen its security and reassure allies of its defense commitments. For years, Taiwan has walked a delicate line, balancing domestic priorities with the reality of China's growing military presence across the Taiwan Strait. But now, Cho's government says this new budget, valued at nearly 950 billion new Taiwan dollars, is more than just an allocation of funds. It is a signal to both its citizens and the international community that Taiwan is serious about defending itself. Standing before the press, Premier Cho made the announcement clear. He said, "The total defense budget reaches 949.5 billion new Taiwan dollars, or 3.23% of GDP. This is another concrete demonstration to the world and the people of Taiwan of our resolve and ability to safeguard national sovereignty and security, the stability and security of the Indo-Pacific region, and our shared responsibility with the world." Cabinet officials later clarified that the correct figure is actually 3.32% of GDP, still a record level of defense spending for Taiwan. This increase is part of a broader trend. Taiwan's defense budget has steadily climbed over the last decade, with significant investments in indigenous missile systems, unmanned aerial vehicles, cyber defense units, and naval modernization. Officials argue that these measures are not just about Taiwan's survival. They are part of a larger regional framework where the Indo-Pacific has become the epicenter of strategic competition between the United States and China. In Washington, US officials have long urged Taipei to spend more on its own defense. With rising concerns that Beijing could one day attempt to seize the island by force, both the Biden and Trump administrations made it clear Taiwan must shoulder greater responsibility for its own protection. This latest budget increase directly addresses that pressure, showing Taipei's commitment to building what it calls asymmetric capabilities, advanced weapons systems designed to counter China's numerical advantage. But for Beijing, the message is viewed very differently. China, which claims Taiwan as part of its territory, has repeatedly warned against what it describes as separatist moves supported by foreign powers. The People's Liberation Army has intensified its presence, increasing flights across the median line of the Taiwan Strait, conducting naval encirclement drills, and staging live-fire exercises that mirror invasion scenarios. Taiwan's budget hike will almost certainly be met with anger from Beijing, which views such actions as provocative and destabilizing. Still, Premier Cho and his government argue that the increase is as much about reassurance as it is about deterrence. Taiwan's leaders stress that this decision is not only for their own security, but also for the stability of the Indo-Pacific region, where nations from Japan to the Philippines and even India have a stake in peace. By setting defense spending at more than 3% of GDP, Taiwan is signaling it will not be a weak link in the region's fragile security architecture. The challenge, however, remains immense. Taiwan's population of just 23 million people faces a vastly larger neighbour, a China of 1.4 billion with the world's second largest defence budget. No amount of spending can match Beijing's sheer numbers. Instead, Taiwan's strategy relies on precision, resilience and partnerships, investing in missile defense systems, submarine programs, cyber resilience and closer cooperation with friendly democracies that view Taiwan's survival as integral to their own stability. This approach has already reshaped Taiwan's military planning. Recent drills emphasize flexibility and rapid response, while new procurement programs focus on survivability in the event of a blockade or assault. The government hopes this posture will buy time for international support to mobilize, and time for Taiwan to resist long enough to deter Beijing from ever making the attempt. As Premier Cho Jung-tai concluded at his press conference, Taiwan's defence budget is more than just numbers on paper. It is a declaration, one that highlights both Taiwan's determination to remain democratic and independent and the risks that come with standing at the fault line of global geopolitics. For Taiwan, the future depends on readiness. And with this new budget, Taipei is sending a message: it intends to be ready. The total defence budget reaches 949.5 billion new Taiwan dollars, or 3.23% of GDP. This is another concrete demonstration to the world and the people of Taiwan of our resolve and ability to safeguard national sovereignty and security, the stability and security of the Indo-Pacific region, and our shared responsibility with the world. Cho gave the figure 3.23% during the news conference.